Friends, depression is a common mental health issue affecting millions of people around the world. Today, I would like to share with you some of the teachings of Buddha that can help you control depression. It can feel overwhelming, like a weight dragging you down, making it difficult to see any hope or light in the world. But I believe that the teachings of Buddha can help us to control our depression and find a way to peace and happiness. Buddha taught that suffering is a part of life and that the root of suffering lies in our attachment to things that are impermanent. He said, "All that is dear to me and everyone I love are of the nature to change. There is no way to escape being separated from them." We often suffer because we cling to things that are constantly changing, and when they inevitably change or disappear, we feel pain and loss. This is expressed in the Pali Canon, in the Upajjhatthana Sutta, where Buddha said, "Sabbe sankhara anika," all things are impermanent. The Four Noble Truths are considered the core of Buddhist teachings, as they provide a framework for understanding the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. The first noble truth acknowledges the reality that suffering is an inherent part of human existence. This truth does not suggest that life is entirely negative, but rather that life is characterized by a certain degree of unsatisfactoriness or stress, including physical and emotional pain, anxiety, and uncertainty. Buddha said, "Both formerly and now, it is just dukkha, that is suffering, and the cessation of dukkha that I describe." The second noble truth suggests that the root cause of suffering is our attachment and craving for things that are impermanent, such as material possessions, power, status, or even pleasant experiences. This attachment arises from our ignorance of the true nature of reality and the impermanence of all phenomena. Buddha said, "Craving is the cause of suffering, and the cessation of craving is the cessation of suffering." The third noble truth offers hope, as it emphasizes that there is a way out of suffering. This path involves recognizing the causes of suffering and cultivating the qualities and practices that lead to liberation. Buddha said, "That is the path leading to the cessation of suffering, which is the Eightfold Path, Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta." The fourth noble truth outlines the Eightfold Path, which includes right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These practices are interconnected and mutually reinforcing, and they help individuals cultivate wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Buddha said, "And what is right view? Knowledge with regard to suffering, knowledge with regard to the origination of suffering, knowledge with regard to the cessation of suffering, knowledge with regard to the way of practice leading to the cessation of suffering." In short, the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path offer a comprehensive approach to understanding the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. By cultivating mindfulness, compassion, gratitude, and other practices, individuals can develop the qualities that lead to freedom from suffering and a more fulfilling life. Understanding the nature of impermanence is a fundamental teaching of Buddha that can help us control depression. Impermanence refers to the fact that all things, whether physical or mental, are constantly changing and are subject to decay and death. Buddha taught that everything in life is impermanent and that clinging to things or people is the cause of our suffering. This attachment leads to disappointment, frustration, and ultimately to sadness. Therefore, learning to let go and accept the changes that come with life is crucial to controlling depression. In the Upajjhathana Sutta, Buddha says, "All that is dear to me and everyone I love are of the nature to change. There is no way to escape being separated from them." This quote highlights the fact that everything in life is temporary and that we cannot hold on to anything forever. This realization can be challenging, but it can also be liberating. When we let go of our attachment to people and things, we free ourselves from suffering and open ourselves up to new experiences. To understand the nature of impermanence more deeply, we can also reflect on Buddha's teaching of anicca, which means impermanence in Pali. Buddha taught that all things arise and pass away, and that nothing lasts forever. He said, "Whatever is subject to origination is all subject to cessation." By understanding that everything in life is impermanent, we can begin to develop a more realistic and grounded view of the world. We can also learn to appreciate the present moment and the experiences we have, knowing that they will not last forever. This perspective can help us to let go of our attachment to the past or future and live more fully in the present moment. Buddha taught that our thoughts and emotions are the source of our suffering, and we can overcome them by cultivating mindfulness and meditation. We should be aware of our thoughts and emotions, but not let them control us. Buddha said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." By practicing mindfulness and meditation, we can train our minds to stay focused and calm, and observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. We can also develop a sense of inner peace and happiness that is not dependent on external circumstances. As Buddha said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." In addition, we can also practice compassion towards ourselves and others. By treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, we can overcome self-judgment and a negative self-talk that contribute to depression. As Buddha said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." Therefore, we can control depression by understanding the nature of impermanence, practicing mindfulness and meditation, and cultivating compassion towards ourselves and others. The teachings of Buddha offer us a path to inner peace and happiness that is accessible to all who are willing to practice. Mindfulness is a key practice in Buddhism for achieving inner peace and reducing suffering. It involves being aware and fully present in the current moment without being distracted by thoughts or emotions from the past or future. Buddha said, mindful one is conscious, unmindful one is unconscious. By being mindful, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without being consumed by them. We can become aware of negative thought patterns and learn to control them, leading to greater happiness and well-being. Buddha said, a man is not called wise because he talks and talks again, but if he is peaceful, loving, and fearless, then he is in truth called wise. Mindfulness can be practiced through meditation, but it can also be integrated into everyday activities such as walking, eating, and working. By being fully present in each moment and experiencing it fully, we can find joy and contentment in even the simplest things. Buddha said, do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. In short, practicing mindfulness can help us control our thoughts and emotions, leading to greater inner peace and happiness. Compassion is a crucial aspect of Buddhist philosophy and can play a significant role in controlling depression. Buddha taught that we should develop compassion not only for ourselves but also for others. By recognizing that we are all interconnected and that everyone experiences suffering, we can cultivate a sense of empathy and understanding towards others. Buddha emphasizes the importance of compassion, stating, let none deceive another or despise any person whatsoever in any place. Let not anger or ill will arise in your hearts. This quote encourages us to treat everyone with kindness and respect, without discrimination. Developing compassion towards oneself is equally important. We should be kind to ourselves and treat ourselves with the same compassion we extend to others. Buddha said, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. By developing compassion towards ourselves and others, we can create a sense of connection and reduce feelings of isolation, which can contribute to depression. Compassion can also help us overcome negative self-talk and self-criticism, which can be a common symptom of depression. So, cultivating compassion is an important practice in Buddhist philosophy that can help us to control depression. By treating ourselves and others with kindness and empathy, we can reduce feelings of isolation and create a sense of connection, leading to greater well-being and happiness. In Buddhist philosophy, gratitude is considered a key component of a joyful and contented life. The practice of gratitude involves recognizing the good things in our lives and expressing appreciation for them. Buddha taught that cultivating gratitude can help us overcome negative mental states such as greed, anger, and jealousy. One of the Pali quotes by Buddha that speaks to the importance of gratitude is, let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little, and if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick, and if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So, let us all be thankful. By focusing on the positive aspects of our lives and expressing gratitude for them, we can shift our perspective from one of lack to one of abundance. This can help us feel more content and satisfied with our lives, reducing the likelihood of experiencing depression or other negative mental states. Additionally, the practice of gratitude can help us develop a sense of interconnectedness with the world around us. When we recognize and appreciate the good things in our lives, we begin to see the ways in which we are supported and sustained by the world around us. This can help us feel more connected to others and to the larger universe, reducing feelings of isolation and loneliness. In Buddhist philosophy, it is emphasized that all beings are interconnected and that we should cultivate positive relationships with others. Buddha said, "Let us live happily, not hating those who hate us. Among those who hate us, let us dwell free from hatred." By connecting with others and fostering positive relationships, we can reduce feelings of isolation and loneliness that can contribute to depression. Buddha taught that by practicing loving kindness, we can develop a sense of compassion and empathy for others. He said, "Radiate boundless love towards the entire world. By extending kindness and compassion towards others, we can also receive these qualities in return, leading to greater social support and overall well-being." In Buddhist philosophy, finding meaning and purpose in life is important for achieving inner peace and happiness. Buddha taught that we should strive to live a meaningful life that is in alignment with our true nature. This can be achieved by discovering our unique talents and passions and using them to benefit ourselves and others. The quote, "Your work is to discover your work, and then with all your heart to give yourselves to it," emphasizes the importance of finding our true purpose in life. When we discover our purpose and put our heart and soul into it, we can experience a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that contributes to our overall well-being. In Buddhism, the concept of right livelihood also emphasizes the importance of finding meaningful work that aligns with our values and contributes to the greater good. By finding work that is in line with our true nature and values, we can find purpose in our daily lives and contribute to a better world. Finding meaning and purpose in life is essential for mental health and well-being, according to Buddhist philosophy. By discovering our true purpose and living in alignment with our values, we can experience a sense of fulfillment and contribute to a better world. In short, depression is a common mental health issue that can feel overwhelming and debilitating. But by following the teachings of Buddha, we can learn to control our depression and find a way to peace and happiness. By practicing mindfulness, loving kindness, and the Eightfold Path, we can overcome our attachment to things that are impermanent and find freedom from suffering. As Buddha said, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. Friends, may you all find peace and happiness on your journey towards enlightenment. Thank you.